Hi friends, welcome to Ansel. So today it is the 60th episode in the history series. So today we're going to discuss about another empire, and that empire is the Mughal Empire. So this is a new Indian empire, not that new but still, yeah. So first it started after the first Battle of Panipat, which occurred in 1526. It was between two kings. They were Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi was from the Delhi Sultanate, and the Babur was from the Timurid Empire. But because of some clashes inside his family, he was just exiled out of his kingdom. Yes. So for next, Babur just established like a small kingdom that is surrounded around the city of Kabul, which is the present-day capital of Afghanistan. So then he had plans to expand into India, and so the first thing that he did was the first battle of Panipat. It was the first battle of Panipat because there was three more battles of Panipat. So after that, finally the Mughal Empire was established. Yes. Next, 1540 to 1555, it was interrupted by the Sur Empire. So even though these were the same empires, the dynasties were different at this time. So before the Sur Empire came, before and after the Sur Empire was there, it was the Mughal dynasty. While when the Sur Empire was there, it was the Sur dynasty. We cannot call them Sur Empire or Mughal Empire, but we can call them just one empire instead of different two names. Yes. So this was like a different. So it was started by Sher Shah Suri. Yes. So next, 1556, the second battle of Panipat. So in 1555, the Sur Empire and the Sur dynasty collapsed. Again starting, guess it? Another Mughal dynasty. Not another, but still the same one which had been there before. Yes. So now again, the kings came again. The Mughal dynasty's kings. So in 1556, at that point of time, the king died. Yes. So then his son Akbar, who is a pretty well-known king in India, at that time he was very popular. Not at that time, but now in the present day. Yes. So he was just 14 years old, a small kid. Yeah. So at that time, like a general of the Sur Empire at that time, just a former general came and took over the throne. And after that, a battle started, the second battle of Panipat, in which that general known as Hemu lost. Akbar defeated him, even though he was just 14 years old, pretty young. Yeah. So next, 1707, the death of Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb, after he was a pretty good king, but after that, the kings of the Mughal dynasty were pretty bad, and the decline of the empire started. Yes.
Not bad, weak.
They became weak, not that bad, but still they are pretty powerful. But again, very weak. Yes. So then many kings were turned into puppets without just ruling on their own. Yes. So next, in 1756 to 1763, they were also involved in the 7 Years' War on the side of the French. So because they were on the side of the French, the British they defeated all of them. Yes. And so they lost some ports. So next, in 1757, the Battle of Plassey. So this was a part of the larger 7 Years' War. So this happened between the British, who were attacking the Indians, including the Mughal Empire, the Bengal Sultanate, and the other states. Yes. So next, 1764, the Battle of Buxar. By this time, the British had took over a small part of India, like southern Tamil Nadu, like in the Madras region. Yes. So, but no, they didn't have a large foothold in the region, and they even had a small regions of the Bengal. Yes. So the Nawab of Bengal, the Nawab of Oudh, and the emperor of the Mughal dynasty the three of them formed a coalition to just push off the British out of their land, that is India. So, but they failed. So the British won, and yeah, you know what happened. The Nawab of Bengal was turned into like a puppet of the British, and the colonization of the East Indian Company of India was started then. And the British influence in India became greater and greater after that. Yeah, so next, and finally 1957, the fall of the empire occurred. So by the time as revolt happened in India, known as the revolt of 1857 or the Sepoy Mutiny. So this was caused because the British used beef and pork fat inside the cartridges. So when in Islam and Hindu religions, it is like forbidden to eat pork or some foods. Yes, like beef. So because of that, many people started to revolt, and for some other reasons also they started to revolt. So in the part of the revolt was the siege of Delhi. So Delhi was the capital of the Mughal Empire at that time, and so this was the last footholdings of the Mughals in the region, in all of India. So then the British won in the siege, and the last remaining person in the Mughal dynasty, Bahadur Shah Zafar II, was captured and sent to Yangon, Rangoon, which is present day Yangon in Myanmar. Yes, he was put in jail, and finally 1962 was the final end of the Mughal dynasty, while the Mughal Empire finally ended in 1857. So it was preceded by the Delhi Sultanate, but ethnically they were mostly Persians. That means they were Timurids. Yes. So ethnically they were preceded by the Timurids, but in land-wise their predecessor was the Delhi Sultanate. Ethnically here means for the kings, not most of the common people. Most of them were just Indians. Yes. So next it was succeeded by the Maratha Empire and many other states. Maratha Empire was a leading empire, or like a kingdom which fought out the British. But again, you know what happened? They failed. Yeah. Next, and finally, this Mughal Empire is today a part of India, of course. Next, Nepal. Yes, they even had foothold in those mountainy regions. Next, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and even they got as far as Iran. They even spoke lots of Farsi, which is the Iranian language. Yes, so this is for today about the Mughal Empire. Bye.